Welcome back to another brand new episode. This is season 3, episode 2, and this is an In Case You Missed It episode. Kicking things off, we give our thoughts and prayers to the citizens of Florida and anyone else that might be affected by Hurricane Ian. Then we talk about the newly founded Majorette team at USC and if Majorette team should be at PWIs. We talk about Rihanna's huge announcement, super excited. We also talk about the backlash from the Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix. And then finally, we give a huge shout out to Cole Thompson and the cast of Into the Woods on the release of their cast album. This is season 3, episode 2. This is the experience. We're back.
Yes.
Are you happy I'm not doing the clap this time? Because I don't have to, but I'm very perturbed.
I think I got used to it at a certain point. You know, we did it so many times, even though those episodes aren't out yet. But
Yeah,
did it so many times.
He gets even more enraged. He's like, if you clap one more fucking time.
Yeah, we actually had to cut off some episode time because I had to turn up on him because he kept doing that. You know.
And then I had to put him in his place. I had to remind him of that young
No,
bitch.
none of that happened. None of that happened.
But I just have to bring this up. This was so funny. But dude, your mic looks like a dick. Like just sitting right like that.
You sound like a kid, man. See, I'm not even gonna dignify that with a laugh. I want you to feel like that you telling that in the studio audience being like completely quiet because it's such a bad joke.
No, I picture.
Oh,
no, the laugh one. You know what though? If they're a sexually liberated audience, they would clap.
They would clap if it was a mic shaped like a dick.
There is a mic shaped about that. There is a mic shaped like a dick. There is.
But what's liberating about that though?
Because free the dick.
Free the dick. I thought it was free the nip.
If you're 18 and older.
Free the. Oh no, we cannot. We cannot support free the dick.
If you're 18 and older, no cousin.
No. We don't support free the dick at all. Like in terms of if it's consensual, yes. But if it's not, do not just try to free your dick.
But anyway, how you doing? How was your week?
Doing pretty good, man. Can't complain. I've been busy. I've been busy working. I told you I had my reveals coming up, and well, they were coming up. Now they're past.
Pregnant.
Yeah. So I'm glad that I'm finally done. Able to finally focus on myself and in school a little bit more because, when you do a lot of work, you tend to focus solely on that and you neglect other parts of your life. And that's something I need to learn I need to learn a better balance in that. But, now I'm kind of getting to recoup and regroup myself a little bit from, doing all that work. But, hopefully have some fun coming up. It's a few homecomings. I just went to my homecoming last weekend. It was fun to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time and see, and hear about what they would and whatnot. So, it's pretty good.
When's your current school's homecoming?
Oh, it was last weekend.
Oh, like MSU's homecoming.
Oh, my current school's homecoming.
Yeah, your current school. Yeah.
See, I don't even acknowledge MSU like
Are you
so
fucking
much.
Kidding me? Come on.
I'm kidding. I'm not like that no more. That was probably how I was beforehand. Not anymore. I don't know when is MSU's homecoming.
I don't know. You go there. I'm alum, so
But you should know homecoming is for the alum, so you should know.
I live 2,000 miles away. It's hard to keep track. I
forgot. I think it's a couple weeks from now, actually. I think the 15th, something like that.
Okay. When's the? Well, we'll talk about that off pod. But
yeah. What about you? What you been up to, man?
This actually, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. We keep it real here. This is the experience. My week's been fucking horrible. It's not been a good week. So I've been breaking out, which has been annoying. Also, like, it's summer all the time in California, and I think that's been driving me crazy, especially since, like, back home, people are like going to like the cider mills and going on the hay rides and stuff, and
Yeah,
like are getting all like
that's
bundled up in their fall attire, and it just I that's a part of my DNA. Like that's what I experienced for 23 years, and so to like not have that for a whole year, it's I don't know, it's doing things to my brain, is making me crazy. And then went
yeah.
to the dermatologist this week, and they told me that I have to stay on Accutane for 2 more months. So that kind of
Mm,
just like fucking pissed me off because I'm ready. Like the Accutane shit is not a joke, y'all. It's no joke. It's not for the weak. It drives me out. I can't drink. It's just fucking horrible, and I can't wait to be done. Like I guess it'll be worth it because I'll have clear skin afterward. But like I'm just
yeah.
it's a grueling process that I'm very much tired of. So that
That's
happened.
good.
But wait, there's more. There's more.
Okay.
So
Oh.
today I got paid today, but it was
Mm,
significantly less. And I'm like, what the fuck? I go onto the app to see like where we could see our pay stubs, all that.
mhm.
Excuse me. Shit.
Ooh,
I
okay.
logged into the app to see where we could see our pay stubs and all of that shit. And they're still paying me from my previous rate before I got promoted, before I got brought on full time. So I was gonna use the extra
Ooh,
money
yeah.
to get my plane ticket to come back home for the holidays, but now I have to wait. Now I have to wait until the next check for them to retroactively add it, which is annoying as shit
You
because
know, takes time. It takes time too. Oh, that sucks.
mhm.
That's negligence. Damn, so they completely just, like, botched your pay? Like, did they just, like, forget that you were promoted, that this is
What the
you
fuck
make
is
this
going on over there? But I know that by the 15th, that shit needs to be
you gonna
figured
have
out.
that money. You gonna have that motherfucking money. Damn,
Yeah,
okay,
it was
no
kind of shitty week, but this is the highlight of the week.
oh, okay,
Doing the
good. Listen,
podcast with my best friend. We're gonna, I'm going out tonight.
ooh,
Um,
where you
gotta.
going?
Where are we going? If you're in LA, have y'all ever heard of the place called? Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Shatney just sent it to me. Shout out to
Mm,
Shatney. Shout out to Shatney. It's called Catch One. It's in LA. I've never been
ooh,
there before, but
sounds
sounds like a
lit.
good place.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So
Alright.
yeah, we're going there tonight. We're gonna turn up, and yeah,
Alright.
I,
Okay, okay.
what Beyonce say? You can't break my soul. And soul is still in me.
Yeah, what'd she
Soul is
say?
still
She
there.
just made that lineup a few months ago. What'd she say?
What
It's
Beyonce
already a classic, huh? Okay, that's what's up, and I do understand well, I can understand where you might be coming from a little bit when it comes to, like, you're away from the seasons, you're away from, like, you like a full year in LA away from Michigan, and you're so used to, like, just certain things, certain times of the year, and it's definitely like a switch up, but, you can kind of make some of that energy, you can kind of bring some of that festivities into LA. Like, you might not be able to go to a cider mill, but you could do like a low key, you ever play like popping apples? Like you can, set up a little tank in your crib and have motherfuckers pop apples and make your own like, cider or whatnot. You can have donuts and you can do stuff, that you can keep yourself in that spirit. It doesn't have to be just a complete downer because you don't have
Well,
that weather, you
well,
know.
I am a nigga, so I will not be bobbing for apples. But the donuts, the cider, I'm here for that. And you know what?
You
That's
never
another thing
bought
that pissed me
apples?
off with this check. I was gonna like go get like a festive candle, get some like donuts and stuff, and like, and I could still do that, but like I don't have like I would have had more money to work with to be able to do something like that. So now I have to wait until the fucking 15th.
I'm surprised you never bought for apples. That's crazy.
No, 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 no.
Okay, I guess that's not a nigga thing. I don't know. I've seen niggas do that. Niggas have
I
definitely
mean,
bought for
this
apples.
nigga is not doing that. Yeah, I've
Okay,
only seen the whites do that. I've never seen
I don't know.
black people do
I
that.
feel you. Hey, bro. Today I was chilling, bro, and tell me why I hop on. I hop on Instagram and I find out that YNW Melly. You know who that is? He's a rapper.
No, no, no.
He's in jail for like he made the Murder on My Mind song. The Murder on My Mind. Like he was kind of talking about killing his homies, and he ended up actually killing his homies, and he's in jail kind of for that.
Jesus fucking Christ. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
I'm
But
not
the views
surprised
is
at
slapped.
any the order of events. I'm really not. But go
But the
ahead.
views is slapped though. But I found out today that YNW Melly and his cellmate, they're accused of planning escape from Florida jail with help from his attorney. So
Jesus.
apparently, like this heist going on, that they got caught, obviously, but it was amongst Melly, his cellmate, and his own attorney. Like, imagine you're in jail and your own attorney is helping you break out, bro. That's so
A good
like
fucking attorney. I need that
that's a
attorney.
down ass attorney,
That's a
bro. That
good
means you're
fucking
gonna help me
attorney.
get up out of jail. That means you must know I'm guilty, though. You must
Yeah,
know I'm for sure guilty because you're like the only way we can save your ass is breaking you out of jail.
literally. I mean,
Yeah.
they have to know though. You know, if they're a good lawyer, you could tell them that you did it, and then they'll help you get away with it.
No,
Watch Power, Book Two. That little nigga Tariq. Oh shit. But all right,
that's some
y'all.
bullshit.
Welcome back. We're in season 3, episode 2. Like we talked about last
Mm.
week. Half the season will be in person, half the season is going to be like this. And the episodes like this are in case you missed it episodes. So we're going to be talking about different things in pop culture that you might have missed, and we're going to give our commentary on it. The first thing that we're going to talk about, we just want to send our thoughts and prayers to the people that are in Florida right now that are affected by Hurricane Ian. You know, when a natural disaster happens, it's very devastating. There's no way around it. I just hope people are safe, are able to find shelter, and have that support after the hurricane passes through.
Yeah, no, I echo all your sentiments. Definitely prayers, thoughts, and prayers to everyone affected by this hurricane season, man. It's always, it's always a tragedy whenever you hear like something like this type of hurricane, actually affecting people, and you see like the toll that it takes, not only on the infrastructure of the place because a hurricane, is very, very damaging and it can be very catastrophic, but also on people's like homes and kind of uprooting their lives because it's hard to live. It's hard to, go on post hurricane. It's hard to like, brace for that and actually, have to deal with that, the aftermath of that. So, definitely prayers out to,
Yeah,
anyone affected in there. I know I got some homies in Florida too. I had to go check up on them. And, I'm happy that a lot of them are in the direct line of the storm, but still, it's still like
very
a
just
heavy,
dead.
heavy toll for deadly, deadly.
Yeah,
Oh man, I'm so scared of hurricanes, man. Like that's the one of those like natural disaster. One thing I can appreciate about Michigan is that we don't get natural disasters like that
we
as
get
well as a lot of other
tornadoes.
places.
We get tornadoes.
I mean, they don't be as disastrous as like a hurricane in Florida or New Orleans
Right.
or
You're
or
right.
like an earthquake in California. Like
See,
it's
that's what I'm worried about. I haven't experienced my first one, and I'm just
yeah,
crossing my fingers that I don't have to. But yeah.
yeah, no, definitely, definitely,
All right, you
yeah,
got the next one for us?
yeah, yeah. In case you missed it, man. I feel like no one's really missed this one because I feel like it's been the talk of the town for a little bit. But I did want to kind of talk a little bit about and get your take on the USC situation. And you know about the USC situation, right?
Hell yeah. Then
Uh,
let's explain it
yeah,
for the
yeah.
people
But for the
who
people
don't.
that don't know, yeah, yeah. For the people that don't know, the USC, what I mean by the USC situation is that it's not necessarily a situation, it became a situation after this woman, I think her name, she goes by Princess Isis Boyd, I want to say. Um, and she basically started the first black majorette team on the University of Southern California's campus. And I think it was a mid September, she tweeted, this was like her first, there was like their first performance. They're called the Cardinal Divas, and they had their first like game performance during football season because that's essentially what a majorette team is. It's like marquee entertainment, especially in HBCU culture. People who grew up in predominantly black neighborhoods, they kind of understand what the majorette, who majorettes are and what they mean to like the HBCU culture and especially in this case, the USC is a PWI, which is a predominantly white institution.
Mhm.
And this lady, she decided to start her own majorette team on that campus, And once she let that out, all hell kind of broke loose. Um, and it was, you know, it was obviously a lot of support. There was a lot of people that was like, okay, like she's creating a black space in a predominantly white institution. Like I said, I think the population is like 5.8% black in USC. And I can definitely empathize with that because the University of Michigan is around 4.5% black itself. So you know, it's not many black people there. So to kind of have a space where we can kind of, you know, express ourselves artistically, you know, is very is lacking in those spaces, and you kind of need people to pioneer those, um, like these orgs, so we can actually, you know, make some movements in that. So I don't know. What's your take on that?
I think had it been a white girl doing it, then like then there should be outcry. But I feel like if it's a black person doing it and majorette teams were started and for black women and I don't know if there are guys on majorette. I'm sure there are, but I'll just say black
Yeah,
people.
might be.
Um, I don't understand what the outcry is. Now, I will say I did not go to a HBCU, so like I don't understand like the deep roots that may be there and how a HBCU student may feel. But at the end of the day, we're all black. We're all a part of black culture. So why is it an outcry if somebody wants to create that black space for people at a PWI where they're already uncomfortable because there's not many of them that look like that? And then people do it all the time with like with Greek culture, with Black Greek culture, with the idea of homecoming. Beyonce had like a whole like set, and when Beyonce does it, it's like, and this sounds like I'm hating on Beyonce. I love Beyonce, but I'm just saying like, how can you like not talk shit about Beyonce when she does it, but somebody doing something like at a school that is a big deal. It doesn't make sense to me. Like the whole reason why these different things were come into fruition is because we needed those spaces. We needed black spaces. The whole reason that there are HBCUs and that there is the Divine Nine is because we did not have those spaces. We didn't have it in a white space. So that's why it was created. So if a black person wants to go ahead and create another black space because they don't have that, fucking go for it. I champion that.
Man, that's why it kind of pisses me off because I think people be tweaking sometimes. I don't like how the internet gets in moments like this, and we kind of talked about how like black people tend to gatekeep other black people from certain things, and this is a prime example of people, you know, and this is it fuels the fire of the ongoing HBC versus PWI debate. And you know, it's you know, both of us went to PWIs, so you know, it's different. We definitely have a different experience than people who went to HBCUs. But that just seems to be like an ongoing conversation about like how much like even black people themselves who go to these PWIs, how much they can adopt from that HBCU culture. And I just think that's kind of ignorant to believe that, you know, black people themselves can't take pieces of blackness wherever they go. And I think that was actually a quote from somebody who's like black people should be able to take this wherever they go. Like in these spaces, you know, they lack this, like I said. So it's not it can only be positive if the person who's doing it is aiming in a positive way. And it seems like she is. Oh, and I also want to apologize. Her name is Princess Isis Lang, not Boyd. But yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like how the internet got kind of nasty. It was a lot of people just kind of just hurling obscenities at her, just trying to, you know, say that what she's doing is degrading to and disrespectful to HBCU culture. But I
She's
think it was,
black though. What the
I
fuck?
know, I know she's
She's a
black
black
herself,
woman doing this.
but she's
Like,
putting it,
I can
and I
understand if it was the period girl doing some shit
no,
like this.
hell no,
I could understand. Then I would be like, okay, cancel that hoe, and cancel the period
oh
the
yeah,
whatever
no,
the
she
fuck.
don't need to stop that
Cancel that motherfucker.
for
Cancel it.
sure. And it's
But
like okay,
this is a black
but I'll
woman.
also understand in a sense where this is probably some of the highest recognition the major ed teams have ever gotten, and it just so happened to be because it was at a white school. So I can see the argument from that standpoint, where it's like, all right, like these majorette teams, like these squads that have rich culture, that have been building like these routines, that's been building like this rich like this rich appreciation for that art style on HBCU culture hardly ever gets recognition. But when some obviously black woman happens to open her own or start her own majorette team on a predominantly white campus, she starts to get recognition out the wazoo. Like she was just on the Jennifer Hudson show, like talking about that whole thing. But like people who are actually HBCUs don't get nearly as much coverage as that. So I do understand that though. Like where
Yeah,
it's like,
and
okay,
I understand
this
that,
could be
but
a
I also feel like though, like I think it's good either way that it's getting coverage, you know? Like I feel like
yeah, I can see
I
that.
feel like it's like a competition of like who got the coverage first, or oh, when we're doing it, nobody's paying. It shouldn't it be good that we're all, highlighting black culture and homecoming and majorette teams, like, and if it had to happen from, somebody being at a PWI, so fucking what? Like now, like that's blasted on the Jennifer Hudson fucking show, and I feel like it's a black woman doing it. I feel like that's the key thing there. Like it'd be different if there were white people at the PWI appropriating black culture, but I feel like I don't
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I think.
I think it definitely falls more on the cultural like appreciation line, especially like since it's of the same, it comes from black culture. And I think and I'm almost certain that the young woman, she definitely paid respects and she gave credit to
There
where
you
this comes
go.
from. Like she didn't just out that HBCU started this and this is what it is.
That's even
But
better. That's
you
10
know,
times better,
but you
because
also got
she
yeah,
could
but
have just been and just did the shit and then and been like, fuck y'all. And she
true.
didn't do that. She gave the flowers too. So
She
that's even
did.
better. Like I don't understand what more people want, but but like I said, I'll
It's the
also preface
internet,
that
bro.
with I went to a PWI, so I do acknowledge that I don't have that HBCU experience to really be able to understand that. But
Yeah, but no, niggas be tripping though sometimes. It was a lot of tripping. I think I saw a tweet. Somebody said, why the fuck is she doing this? This is some shit from Jackson State. If she knew that this is originated from here and she's appropriating that, and niggas was like killing her because it was just like, what a Jackson State? Nigga, Jackson State didn't start this shit. Like niggas was talking about like, yo, this is like any niggas like in high school doing shit like this. Like if have y'all ever been to predominantly black high schools, like this isn't like
oh
a
yeah.
sole thing for like
Now
black
that I went
colleges
to,
type
I
thing. But
did go to a predominantly black high school for 1 year. So and shit,
exactly.
before high school, all of my schooling was predominantly black. So come on, I got that experience.
Yeah.
But all right,
Nah, but I just thought that was interesting.
no, it is. It definitely is. But all right, guys, in
Yeah.
case you missed it, Rihanna, she put that hand up. She said,
Uh,
"Football." My girl Rihanna is performing at the next Super Bowl. Should be happening in February. This is really just exciting, just because we've been waiting for like music from her for years. Don't know if she's going to be releasing any music. It's more than likely going to be a set of her perform songs, but I think this is her first major performance. And I want to say, when was I don't know the years, but when I was a junior in high school, that's when Anti came out, right? So
well, I was a senior, but yeah,
yeah.
2016 is when Anti came out. His last,
So 20
I mean,
this
her
is her
last.
first major performance since like 2016, 17, 18, I feel like. And so this is a big deal. A lot of people think that she's releasing music. I am a part of a lot of people. Just because that's usually what happens when you get that Super Bowl spot that's kind of used to like promote like what you have coming. Beyonce did it with Formation and the tour. Justin Timberlake has done it. Well, fuck Justin Timberlake, because him in the Super Bowl, that's a whole nother conversation. But what I mean to
Yeah, that
say
was
is
a
a
different
lot
Justin
of
Timberlake.
artists use the Super Bowl halftime show as a platform to kind of launch and promote what's coming next. So it's got a lot of people excited, myself included, that we're finally going to get some Rihanna music, because you know what she like to say, the music's coming soon. But
Yeah.
I don't know. What you think about this? I'm excited.
Rihanna. When you said this, and you look so excited, bro. You know, I like how you put the hand up to mimic exactly how the whole poster was. But I have one question. What is she gonna perform that's new? Like, do you think she's gonna perform new? Do you think she's just gonna give us the hits? Because I think she's
I
just
think
gonna.
she's gonna give us the hits. She
But I
has a
think
lot of albums. I feel like people don't realize Rihanna. It's not like she just it's not like she's pulling a Summer Walker, even though that's not really Summer Walker. That's her label. But like Summer Walker, it's understandable for people to want more music because she only got one album. But Rihanna has like 8 albums. I feel like so.
yeah, she has a lot of music. But do you think like she'll just like come out there, perform one song, and like bring out like 13, 14 other like guest appearances and just have them perform? Like you see ASAP Rocky come out and be like, "You knew I was coming,"
Right,
you
ASAP's
know?
definitely
And then
performing.
he performs "Fucking Problems" or
Yeah, I think
"Fucking
she'll.
Problems."
I think she'll have 2 guests.
She'll
Damn,
have
my
so
shit just got blurry as fuck. Wow. Okay. Um, but yeah, I think she'll have a few guests. She'll have maybe like 3 or 2 guests. But I think I'd be satisfied as she get up there. What are you willing to do? And then
no, she's definitely gonna
Eminem. She
she gonna
gives me
wow.
some Rude Boy. She does a throwback with the umbrella. That would be
Let's see if this starts. Let's see if this kickstarts some new music, a new rollout. Because I know everybody's excited for some new music. I think it's only going to be the hits that she performs at the Super Bowl, and Rihanna definitely has a lot of hits. But don't get high expectations for new music to come out around that time. It might still take a little bit after that.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That y'all need to stop having these lofty ambitions for Rihanna.
You know what? She's gonna announce Fenty, the new Fenty skin
She's,
launch.
she's definitely gonna bring Fenty up. Fenty is gonna be a key moment, a key like point in her whole performance for sure. Somehow,
Yeah.
some.
What are you willing to do?
I'm more excited for the actual
What
game.
you're willing to
Or
do?
who's gonna
Kiss
play
it,
in the
kiss
Super
it.
Bowl?
Huh? What'd
I'm
you
more
say?
excited about who's gonna play in the Super Bowl.
I
Yeah,
don't give a fuck. Sorry.
no,
I hate to say that. Look, I say that I'm the sports gay when we start the
but
show.
he's
We didn't
off
even
that.
intro ourselves this. Hi, I'm
It,
Jay Bennett, sports
it's
gay.
it's I know D Allen, Donald Trace, y'all knows,
You
but
guys know who the
yeah,
fuck we are. You know what the fuck this.
but it's still, see, you full of cap because you want to claim the sports game, but you over here saying I don't give a fuck about who's gonna
I
play.
know basketball. That's a sport. That's
Okay,
sports.
that's one sport. So you're the one sport gay. You should
I'm
go
the
by that.
one sport gay. Ooh,
The
that sounds
only
sweeter. That
the
sounds
only
sweeter.
one.
I'm gonna start saying that.
I only know
What's
one
up,
sport.
guys? It's Jay Gooden, the one sports gay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's just chef's kiss.
That's so goofy.
Yeah.
But all right, moving on. In case you missed it, man, have you seen the Dahmer series yet, bro?
No, and I just feel like I've been protecting my peace not watching it just
Real.
because I've
Yeah.
heard that he targeted black gay males. I am a black gay male. Yeah, if that answers your question.
Did you know about Jeffrey Dahmer and did you know about who he targeted before all of this had happened?
No. Well, okay, I knew about Jeffrey Dahmer. I knew that the nigga was eating people because, and I honestly didn't know about Jeffrey
Maybe.
Dahmer until I think it was Juicy J. He had a verse in a Katy Perry song and it's like, I'll eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. And I'm like, oh, I don't really like that verse.
It's funny
But,
how we find out about serial killers through like music.
right?
I learned
So,
10. Yeah.
but yeah, before that, I had no clue who this man is or, none of that.
Yeah. No. No, I only asked that because it's been talk of the town too about the Dahmer series, and I actually I wasn't planning on like watching any of it. I want to preface that, but I did watch some of it. I didn't
Mm.
watch like the whole series. I think I watched a few episodes with my friend Lex. Shout out Lex, but fuck you Lex because you made me watch that shit. But it was one of those shows that I just couldn't take my eyes off of though. It was maybe because like it was well shot, well directed and whatnot, but it was still obviously as fucked up as you could imagine. It's very disturbing. I don't think it's meant for everyone, and I can see why it's been such an issue. And I can definitely 100% understand. I 100% empathize with the families of the victims affected by Jeffrey Dahmer, because that was one sick fuck, bro. He was definitely one sick fuck. And the episodes I did see were really graphic and showing you how sick he was. Um, Prayers to Evan Peters, because I know playing a role like that probably
Yeah,
had
you.
to do
There's no
something.
way that
And
you don't take that home. There's no way you don't take that home.
niggas hear about Heath Ledger and the Joker and whatnot, but this Jeffrey Dahmer is a real person. Like whatever he had to channel, because he smoked, he killed that shit.
Didn't somebody
He
kill
killed the
him?
role, but
Didn't somebody kill him? How did
oh
his
yeah,
story end?
yeah, he died in jail. Like so, is somebody from in the same prison as him killed him. I think it was a cellmate. Might have been a cellmate that
Period.
killed him. It was a black man too. Killed him.
Period.
And all right, it was poetic justice, but it's one of those like that. It's not for the faint of heart. I don't think it's really not something that anyone needs to watch and should watch. Obviously, it's riddled with controversy right now because of that. And I, like I said, I empathize with the victims, the families of the victims, because they have to kind of relive that trauma and seeing like a dramatization of that, and especially it gaining so much popularity because you know how Netflix and you know how people do when it's stuff like this, and how true crime narratives are and how people are addicted to stuff like that and how we're desensitized. There's a lot of things that go into why we made this thing what it is.
Hmm.
And it's just one of those that's just I definitely like see why there's a big issue with this. But
Yeah.
it's a
All
fucked up show, man. If you ever decide to watch it, ugh,
mhm.
brace yourself.
All I have to say is just take care of yourselves. Take care of your mental. If you can watch it,
Yes.
watch it. I'm not there yet. I don't know if I will be there, but yeah.
You don't need to. You don't need to.
Yeah. I'll just
Yeah.
rely on him. He'll tell me. He'll tell me what. But all
Yeah,
right,
so I don't know if I'm even watching.
yeah.
Whatever.
But all right, last but certainly not least, this is like my favorite in case you missed it. In case you missed it, the cast album for Into the Woods is out now on iTunes. I'm super excited because my bestie Cole Thompson is on that bitch. Shout out to Cole. Cole plays
Yes,
Jack
yes,
in Into the
yes,
Woods.
yes.
Yes, Cole's playing Jack currently on and Into the Woods. The cast album is out. A few of my favorites on there. Sarah Bareilles is on there. Patina Miller is on there. Julia Lester is on there. Shout out to all of y'all. Stream the song "Giants in the Sky" specifically because that's the one. That's Cole's that's his thing. That's his song. Stream that shit. I'm so proud of him, and I just can't wait to see where the show goes. He's on a cast album now, so that now they could be Grammy nominated because I think they got it before the cutoff. And I think that the show could be Tony nominated. So I'm gonna cross my fingers for both of those. But yes, yes, yes,
Mm.
yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Congrats to Cole, man. It's my guy, man. He's always
Yeah,
doing good things.
yeah. We gotta bring him on the pod one day. Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
definitely. Come on, man. You got to be a guest. You can't
def-
say no.
You can't literally. You can't say no. If you say
You
no, you're a
can't.
bad friend. So no, I'm just kidding. But all right, that's all that we have for you guys this week. I hope y'all liked it, enjoyed it. Nice little bite size of information for that you
Yes,
might have
yes.
missed. But we're at the end of the episode. If you want to follow the experience, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at the experience_pod. If you want to find me personally, you can find me at J_Gooden98 on Instagram. On TikTok, you can find me at JGooden. And where can they find you?
You can only find me on Instagram and Twitter. I might share my TikTok with you heathens when I feel like it, but right now on Instagram and Twitter, it's at Ned Saturn. That's at NEDSATURN.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But all right, I hope you guys enjoyed. In case you missed it this week, join us back next week where we'll be in the same room talking about some stuff. I'm not sure what the topic is, don't have it in front of me, but it's going to be some
Well,
good shit. I know that for
good
sure.
shit. It's
It's
good
going to be
shit.
some
It's
good
good
shit.
shit. And that's all that
Yes,
matters, right?
yes, yes. But all right, y'all. We'll see you next week.
All right.